End of story. That's end of story, guys. That's end of story. Now, end of story. Dingoos, good morning. What another crazy day it was in the crypto markets. Absolutely insane. Everything was pumping. I mean, if you did not make money today, I don't know what the hell you are in, guys. It's absolutely insane. But on days like today, it's important to take a step back, gain some perspective on the market and where we are in the market cycle, as well as I will present you some tools slash indicators slash market knowledge on where we are in the market. Not where we are in the market cycle, how to time the top to a degree, even though that is impossible. Some things to watch out for, so make sure you stay tuned. And now let's jump right in to the price action of some tokens. First, I want to point out Polkadot, because up 24% today, guys. I made a video about it yesterday on how it's about to moon, and then the Dingoos community goes out there and pumps it 24 cents, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I did not understand how powerful the Dingoos community was until today. I make a video about Polkadot. We pump it $5 billion. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I did not know the Dingoos community had that much capital, but I mess around with that. All right, enough messing around. Let's get down to business. Bitcoin's price action. Currently consolidating, looking very nice. I mean, I would love it to consolidate even more, because remember, the faster we go up, the less likely that we sustain that price action, right? So the slower we go up, the more sustainable that price action is. The faster we go up, the less sustainable. Simple as that. And I would love to see us consolidate even more, because it's altcoin season, guys, and I don't want that to end. So if we have another month, let the 20-week moving average catch up and to Bitcoin's price action, and we consolidate a month longer and use the 20-week moving average then as support to make the next leg up. That would be beautiful. I would love that a lot. One indicator I want to point out in today's episode is the 20-week moving average, because everybody in the crypto world looks at it, watches it, because it's a very good indicator between bull markets and bear markets. As you can see, last bull cycle, we saw the price of Bitcoin use the 20-week moving average as support several times through the bull cycle until we broke it, printed a candle below it, and then we were in a multi-year bear market, right? So that is an indicator definitely to watch out for, even though we are far above it. Something to watch out for. Now let's look to the stock to flow model, because this is another thing to watch out for. As you can see, we are well below fair value, around 85,000, right? That is the fair value after the halving that happened, I believe, in May, right? So that is the fair value. If we go above that, we are overvalued. End of story. I don't care what any crypto YouTubers say. We are overvalued. As history shows, every crypto market cycle we retrace to this line. So if we go above it, we are overvalued. End of story. Even though we could go to 200,000, fair value would be around 90, 100,000, right? So that is fair value. End of story, in my opinion. Now let's jump right into MicroStrategy Incorporated's price action, because it's insane, guys. It's insane, and I do have a feeling in my gut that Bitcoin's price action could follow MicroStrategy's price action, because it just said, fuck it, we're sending it. And I mean, up, I believe, 50% in a couple weeks. Insane. They had a conference today, which we will get into here shortly. But Citigroup actually is doubling down on its MicroStrategy sell rating, right? And they said MicroStrategy is overexposed to Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But I want to point out, a lot of companies are overexposed to US dollars, right? So give and take, right? I don't like that evaluation whatsoever. And MicroStrategy got in at a very good price, right? So that's something to watch out for. Now let's talk about Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy's Bitcoin conference, where they had 1,400 firms joining them, including the CEO of Dingooos, Dingo Incorporated, guys. I was there for probably about an hour and a half. Nothing too exciting. I'm going to bring up one thing I liked him saying later in this episode, so make sure you stay tuned. Anyways, couple reps from Starbucks, Disney, Pfizer, Visa, Deloitte, ABC, and ServiceNow were there. Very interesting. I'm sure there were more people, more significant people than that. I believe I saw T-Mobile too, but I don't know how substantial that is. And now Visa, during the conference, announced it's now working on allowing customers to buy and sell Bitcoin through their own banks. Awesome. Awesome. Adoption is coming. It's just a matter of time. Visa CEO says, if crypto becomes accepted, we want to be there. Sorry. And the reason why they say that is because if they're not there, they are going to go out of business. That's end of story, guys. That's end of story. Now let's go into where we are in the overall macro market cycle. This is picturing more than just this cycle. We are in between visionaries and pragmatists. That's a hard word to say. But just know you're pretty early still, guys. You are pretty early. We are not even over the mainstream adoption hump, guys, the 50 percentile. So keep that in mind. Very important. You are still early, and you will still reap the rewards if you hold long term. Now let's talk about PayPal, because they just had their earnings report, I think, while I'm recording this, or their earnings call. And their CEO, I believe, said, this is just the beginning. He's talking about Bitcoin, of the opportunities we see as we work hand in hand with regulators to accept new forms of digital currency. He also suggested that PayPal might one day integrate central bank digital currencies should those gather steam in the future. And you know what my controversial opinion is? CBDCs will be not adopted as much as people believe. Why would you adopt CBDCs when there's already stable coins? There's already stable coins, and as you saw in a lot of crypto competitions, the first mover has the advantage, right? The first mover has the significant advantage. Bitcoin is so much better than Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, etc., right? Because first mover advantage. And same with Ethereum. And that's pretty much how it goes, guys. And I think stable coins had the first mover advantage to stable coins and stable cryptocurrencies, right? And now the earnings per share expected is 0.74, but I think it's going to be over 1. That is just my gut feeling. I have a lot of gut feelings today, guys, and I would not trust them whatsoever. But I do think they're going to outperform their expected, because I guarantee their Bitcoin revenue exploded. I mean, the crypto product exploded in revenue. So let's go ahead and look at another indicator I want to point out to you today, and that is tokens that have not developed anything in the last 5 years, such like Litecoin. Litecoin has zero value. In my point of view, it has zero value. The only thing good about it is it has lower network fees, but the reason why Bitcoin has such a high network fee is because of their main value proposition of security, right? That's pretty much, I mean, the only reason why Litecoin has less cheaper network fees because it's less secure, and there's less network effects on it. So I mean, end of the day, that's why you hold Bitcoin, is because of security and immutability, and Litecoin is less than in all those categories. So there's no reason to hold this. So the only people holding this right now are crypto OGs speculating on retail investors and retail investors, right? Those are the two groups holding this right now, and that is it. And I would be a little scared once Litecoin hits all-time highs, because that means retail is more prominent in the market than it was in 2017. That is just my opinion. It makes pretty good sense, guys. I know maybe some of you guys like Litecoin, but is it on Ethereum? No. Can you do anything with it? No. what do you do with it? Sit on it, right? There's nothing else to do with it. It's less secure than Bitcoin. It's less than everything in Bitcoin, right? So there's no utility for it. It's a shitcoin in my opinion. That's just my opinion. There's no use for it. Anyways, let's go into some reason why you should never sell Bitcoin. And that is because you're selling into trash. You're selling into trash, guys. The US dollar is trash. And unfortunately, it's tough. It is tough because why do you want to sell Bitcoin when you're getting and you're exchanging it for trash like US dollars? And then one thing Michael Saylor said today that I loved a lot is this quote right here. In a macroeconomic environment where the currency is weakening, the road to serfdom is working ever harder to earn a currency growing ever weaker, and then investing the proceeds of that work into assets that are growing even ever riskier. Holy smokes, guys. That's probably one of my favorite quotes of the year, guys. Holy cow. That is a powerful statement, and I could not agree with him more. And if that didn't get CEOs fired up about their position in US dollars, whew, I don't know what they're smoking. But this, I mean, CEOs from around the world, we'll see what happens with MicroStrategy. We'll see what happens with these CEOs that decide to put their US dollars on the balance sheet or US dollars into Bitcoin, right? So only time will tell. And now remember this feeling, the fear, the panic, the end of the world. When we dump from 60K, you are going to feel the same way. You must find stillness within yourself. This was the dump back in January last month. But all I want to say is last bear market was hard. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody believed you about Bitcoin, and now everybody and their mothers come out and try to talk to you about crypto, which is fine. I love it. But I mean, we will hit another retracement, another bear market, and you have to find stillness within yourself. No matter what the price is, one Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin, and that's what matters, because the US dollar is trash. And that is all for today. What a great way to end it, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. We have been growing exponentially. What an awesome community with $5 billion of buying power. I did not know that, guys. We are straight ballers. And if you want to join the baller community, like and subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter if you want. Some cool stuff there once in a while. And Discord and Telegram. Great chats in Telegram almost every day. Holy smokes, awesome community. Super happy to be a part of it for sure. Anyways, peace out, Dingoos, and dingle dingle.